Fossil Pokemon are honestly one of the most unique things that Pokemon has ever done. It really helps for that fantastical vibe that Pokemon has. For those who don't know, fossil Pokemon are basically Pokemon that have been revived through their fossil. Pokemon that were extinct but have been brought back. But what if they never went extinct in the first place? What if they endured and adapted to their surroundings and still kept living as regular Pokemon? How would they have to evolve to be more suitable for their lifestyle? That's what we're going to be looking at in this video, so let's cut the intro short and let's get into it. Let's start with a simple entry to this one. Archeops is one of the most popular fossil Pokemon. Based on the Archaeopteryx, Archeops and Archean are pretty cool Pokemon. However, Archaeopteryxes are only half bird. They're basically known for being birds and lizards and kind of dinosaur fusions. So what if it was full bird? Had to adapt, become faster, become more easier to fly. And in that process, it became fully bird. It has more streamlined feathers and nothing getting in the way from it being the absolute flying machine. It has a massive plumage on its tail as well. This is used so that when it's trying to catch prey or escape predators, its tail can fluff up and shoot shrapnel in all sorts of directions, confusing the enemy with its crazy colors. I find it funny that its tail would grow back like a lizard's, which means it never lost its Archaeopteryx origins. Here's Archeops. It's also definitely heavily inspired by a macaw and birds with cool head crests, which is why I gave it a head crest. It's obviously a flying type, and it would have a signature move similar to Dragon Darts that Dragapult has, but obviously flying type. It could even also be fire type too. Anyway, moving on to the next one. I don't think Bastiodon and Shieldon are topping any charts for the most popular Pokemon. This is definitely inspired by that one YouTube short by, I think his name is pronounced Maidon Coldy, where he talked about how the fossil Pokemon went extinct. Regardless, what if the reason that Bastiodon went extinct is because it couldn't defend its back? It spent all of its tankiness on the front that his opponents could easily just strike from the back. Or what if he became smaller, tinier, and most importantly, faster? Gave him an Aztec sort of looking thing. I don't know, I was just doing stuff. He also has a minor motif. The little claws are now like digging stuff. He scrapes down and digs down really fast when he sees an enemy. And they hide in little bunkers, using their faces to block off the entrance. If this was in a game, I'd see it kind of being like a Galarian Stunfisk, where you can just see its face on the floor. So here's Shieldon. Even though it is fully evolved, I'd like it to take the Shieldon name instead of Bastiodon, because it just doesn't look like a Bastiodon, to be honest. It would be Steel and Ground. And its Dex entry would definitely talk about it being great friends with Diglett. How for the single most forgotten fossil Pokemon ever, Tortuga? Like, do you even remember Tortuga and Caracosta? I am not sure that you do. I, just like the other ones, wanted them to be a little more agile and fast. A little bit more of that killer instinct. Speaking of which, did y'all watch that Demon Slayer movie? It was pretty cool. Anyway, back to Pokemon. It's less turtle-like and more of a new thing. Evolution can kind of lead to that, so I'm not worried about it being a completely new thing. It's like an in-between between a fish, a shark, a dolphin, and a turtle, I guess. And it's still rock type. It has curved, rocky tips at the end of its little flippers, uses them to slash prey. And the rocks on its back are sort of like an exoskeleton, which probably make no evolutionary sense, but whatever. Here's Caracosta, or Tortuga, I don't really know what to call it. It could be a final form, a first form, a standalone, it could really be anything. Now for the last one, Amistar, or as me and my 6-year-old friend used to call it back in the day, Oh Master. I wanted this one to be defensive all the way. Its body was too exposed, so now it's completely shut into its shell. I really like how I made his eye look. I know it's like not that much different from like regular Amistar, but I think it looks cool. I like the layout too. I think the layout is very unique. Anyway, that's enough glazing of myself. Here it is, Amistar. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Why can't I say button? And hype this video, because that's a new feature on the YouTube platform. It would mean the world to me if you took a little extra seconds of your day to, treat me a little. It's like buying me a little cookie, except like you don't have to pay, like at all. So yeah, bye, sub and like.